What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bianca here, and today we are getting up close and personal. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna move the camera a little bit closer, but today is going to be a super short video because it's going to be my updated 2018 eyebrow tutorial. Jazz hands. But a lot of people were requesting this video, so I figured I would go ahead and make it. And I just want to say welcome back if you guys have been here before, and welcome if you've never been to my channel. Thank you so much. I love when people come and they check out my videos and they've never seen them before. And if you're here, you're amazing. Drop a comment, let me know how you like this video towards the end. My typical go-tos for my eyebrows are obviously Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've used it in every video, and it's probably the first, maybe not the first one I tried a couple others, but I know that they have like Benefit out there, and I've never actually tried Benefit, but I'm open to it. Just what I've got is what I'm using. Anyway, take a moment to go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you guys want to see more videos from moi. And I know I'm kind of with the front door in the background, but it's because there's more sunlight this way, and I still don't have a ring light. Help me, I'm poor. No, I'm just kidding. But it is quiet in the house at the moment, so this is gonna be a super quick video because I don't know how long I'm gonna be alone for. Anyway, I forgot to sing my subscribe song. Subscribe. Anyway, now that we're a lot closer, let's go. The first thing I'm going to go in with is, as per usual, my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. And if you notice, I normally don't do my eyebrows on camera just because you can totally jack them up and it's a little stressful every now and again, you know, to go and do it. But I'll do it on camera because people want to know how I'm doing it. So every now and again, when I don't feel like doing anything super crazy, I have been using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil. But ever since I watched a tutorial of how the girl did her eyebrows, and I'm gonna find that and I'm gonna link her because I don't remember what her name is at this second. I should look that up beforehand. But ever since I watched hers, I haven't been using this. I've just been using my brow pomade. It's pretty cool. And then I also kind of use a couple other things that you don't have to use, but enough of me talking, let's get started. The very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my spoolie end of the Brow Wiz, and I'm actually going to brush my hairs upward. Now, I used to brush them up and I used to brush them down, making lines, but I don't do that anymore. I just brush them upward. Almost every company has one of these, and mine is currently from Younique. It's a Brow Artist brush, so they don't all have both the straight edge side and the angled brush side. Sometimes they just have the angled, sometimes they have the angled and spoolie on the other end. But I just really enjoy this one because I can go right into concealer. Alright, so I'm going to take my brow pomade in the color Soft Brown. I always think it's medium brown for some reason, but I think my Brow Wiz pencil is medium brown. Yeah, Brow Wiz is medium pencil. Brow Wiz is medium brown. Brow pomade is soft brown. As you can see, I have finally hit the bottom of it, and my camera is just having a field day with focusing ever since we got so close. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is go into my pomade with the angled side of the brush, and I'm just gonna get a little bit. If you notice, mine is a little bit more on the moussey side. It's because mine started to dry out and I just used a couple drops of rosehip oil to mix it in there, and it works beautifully. So I now take the cap, which is what the tutorial that I watched the girl does, and I just kind of get off the excess of my brush. And I put a lot on it this time, so but I just want to be able to have enough for the whole. I probably still scooped up too much and pull it off on the side there. Since my first step was to brush them up, now I'm going to go in and line them out. So hopefully my camera is clear enough for this part. And I'm getting even closer just because my mirror is down here. And it's alright if you don't do it in like one felt swoop. Usually I just do feathered movements because it keeps me from messing up. And if you notice, I started not at the very front of my brow, but like right here, which is still not the middle. Some people start at the middle, and I wouldn't start at like the arch. I would start in front of it, which is what I do. It just depends on the shape of your brow. And just like I said, bring it to the back. I'm gonna do the same thing at the top. I don't have enough product on my brush, so I'm gonna grab some more. And connecting them. And don't worry if you mess up or anything, if you don't do the right shape, because when you really go in to clean it up is when you use concealer. So as you can see, I've already kind of got the top and the bottom in there. I'm going to fix it a little bit more, and then I'm going to start connecting the two, just giving it some strokes with normal pressure, but still staying away from the front of my brow. When I was in cosmetology school, when they're teaching you how to wax eyebrows, they teach you, you know, the points of the eye, basically. So you never really want to go further than your eye too much, or at least like the corner. So if you see where kind of mine is, it's directly in with the corner of my eye, my outer corner, if you will. So, you know, to each their own. You're more than welcome to do whatever the heck you want to do, but that's usually like rule of thumb. Okay, so the very next step is going to be taking what you have on the brush and not adding anything else and giving light strokes toward the front. You barely want to use any pressure whatsoever. And so the point is, the more that you do that, the more the color starts to come through. And you're still gonna have spaces here, and you'll see why. You'll see what else I'm gonna do. But it will be done after concealer. And if you really don't have any or much product on the brush, then you can push a little bit harder. Also, I totally cut my eyebrow not long ago, so it looks a little funky right here. I shoved my nail before I got my nails redone up into my eyebrow, and I hurt myself. So, you know, that's fun. My camera decided to have a conniption, as per usual. Sony, I'm over it. Anyway, so still taking what we have on the brush, and we are just pushing back. And the reason that you do this realistically is so that you get hair-like strokes, so it looks more natural than anything. And if you feel like you've clumped something a little too hard, you just separate it with your spoolie. And as you can see, I do have a little hole here, and I will be fixing that. Okay, and I would like to come back to the continuous movement back and forth here, and we're just going to start in with some concealer. Now I'm going to take my Tarte Shape tape, and you don't have to go multiple shades lighter. Like, I do have my LA Girl Pro Concealer here, which is closer to my skin tone, that I use sometimes if I know I'm not gonna do full face, rather than using this, but I am gonna do full face, at least for another video. So I just keep it on here, and I use this little brush by Wet n Wild. I actually got it from the dollar store because I was curious about it. Now I know I did say that I do have this side, but I like to use this one for underneath because it gets that curve a little bit better. So I just take my brush and I tap it on here a couple times. Don't want to start with too much. And I start exactly where I started, actually, with the brow pomade. The tail for me personally is probably one of the most difficult things to perfect, but you just kind of have to do it over time. I am doing a couple strokes up this way on my line, and now I'm going back in with concealer again. All right, so I can work with that on the bottom. Now I'm gonna take my original brush and do the same thing, but to the top, and it's more square, as you can see. So I typically start and I pull up. It's just different for me. And of course now I'm just going to keep doing the same thing, but just towards the front. Love that. Gonna do the same thing underneath. I don't always make that box, but for today I am. Alright, I went ahead and blended in the concealer off camera. And again, I did add it to right here. I don't think that it wants to, there we go, focus for me. But that's because in another video I am going to do foundation. So like I said, usually you want to use your own skin color so that it's not super light. And it may not look super light on camera, but it is super light in person. The very next thing that I do, since I said that I have to do more steps to my eyebrow, I'm currently taking my Younique Deluxe brush, but you can use any fluffy brush pretty much that's like this. It's like not too wide, if you will, and I'm going in, usually you would use like brow powders, but I currently don't have any, so I'm using the Cypress Umber from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, and I'm just going in anywhere that I left spots empty, staying away from the front of the brow, only the back, and this just makes it look more full. And that's as far as I'm willing to go. All right. The last thing I like to do for my brows is take this Fill Plus Tame Brow Gel from Butanio Beauty. It is this cute little guy here. And it is brow gel, nourishing tinted brow gel in the color brunette. And it comes with this cute, super tiny spoolie, and they always start at the back because these things are packed with pigment, so you never want to put too much on the front, and I've done it and it's no big deal if you do, but this just gives it like that natural, definitely looking like you got some hairs type of feel. Very gently go over the front. Not too much, not too shabby, and I really enjoy it. I'm gonna go ahead and do my other brow off camera, and I'll probably do my foundation till about here just so that you guys can see what it looks like all together so it doesn't look as boxy. Be right back. All right guys, this is the final look for my brows. As you can see, I did go ahead and conceal my eyelids so that I can do my eye look for the day, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this pretty easy, I think, tutorial on how I do my brows for 2018. If you have any other questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. But please don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know what you thought of this video. Holla at your girl and have an amazing day.